everybody? It's your girl, Sophie So, back here on Sophia's Football Talk. Finally, to do a live stream as we've had some days off. Um, and we have back. The season is over. Champions League is done. Do check out my Champions League reaction from Saturday night if you haven't seen it already. But yeah, it's been very busy week for your girl. One of my best friends is getting married, literally in a little over a week now. So there's a lot of preparations, and I'm super excited. But there's a lot of preparations, so therefore, the content hasn't been, you know, fully thriving, fully there. But we shall still be active, of course. So we're here literally talking about Man United transfer targets. Um, what type of player profiles that we're looking for, what I personally would want, and yeah, all the good stuff. The bucket hat is here. Already got a hair appointment ready this Saturday. The brace will be back. The braids will be back. But yeah, before we fully dive into the stream, make sure that you, of course, give this video here a big thumbs up because the more likes we get, the more we're able to push the video out there for more people to see. Subscribe as well to Sophia's Football Talk. Still on the road to 3K subscribers. Would be great if we can make that happen before, you know, before the summer vacation for me. So in less than a month would be great. Hey, we will try. And feel free, of course, to join the SFT membership. Link is in the description box. Let's get into the nitty gritty. So, obviously, even though the whole managerial situation hasn't been fully, what should I say, come to a conclusion, fully confirmed, is Ten Hag staying? Is he leaving? That is still up in the air. We'll probably hear something this week. I mean, we should. And we must. But just because that hasn't been settled yet does not mean that the transfer talks aren't happening because trust me, they have been happening for sure. Big up by the way to John and big up to Jordan. Hope you're doing well. The Athletic and big up to Wolves. The Athletic basically posted on Twitter, Man United's priority positions this summer are center back, central midfield, and center forward. This was reported by MJ critically. I might butcher me that name, but yeah. So basically, interest in Brentwaite and the Everton center back, but we know that the price tag is a bit too much. It's a bit too much. Todipo's also on the list, the Nice defender, center back. Looks to be the Man United also keen on Sheshko, but there has been reports saying that Sheshko has already said, his yes to Arsenal. So we'll see where he goes from Leipzig. Left back could be reinforced as well. Let's talk about the center back whole situation there because there are some in contention, some that we are interested in. As of lately, last 24 hours, Inacio, Sporting Lisbon defender actually, Gonzalo Inacio, has a 51 million pounds release clause. That looks to be that we're willing to trigger. I know that there were reports saying that Liverpool was also in it, but I think Liverpool might have pulled out of the race. We're willing to try to go for him. We have to wait and see. I mean, he's been called up by Roberto Martinez for Portugal's Euro 2024 squad. He's already has 6 caps for the national team. And according to Portuguese outlets, Record and Zero, I think, or Jogo, who claim that United are preparing a bid. Yes, and then Fabrizio Romano kind of followed up with saying that Manchester United are still discussing internally how many center backs that we want to bring in. For sure, at least one right-footed. I mean, now that Varane has left. He's a right-footed center back. We do definitely need to make sure that we get one. Preferably, I would like us to get two center backs. Whether it be a Ignacio, I'm not going to sit there and say that I watched a ton of him. I watched, you know, sporting games in like Europa League, last season and stuff like that. That's it's not. I don't have that much to go by, but I heard great things about the players. I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh, I'm this. I know so much. Oh my God, he's no, no. But a player that we are linked with and we might be going to get. We also, like I said, be linked with Jared Brent Waite. Probably butcher his name, but the Everton center back. Looks to be maybe to have him to form like a first choice center back partnership with Martinez. But the thing is, though, it'll be a bit off because he's also left footed. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know. It'll be interesting. And also, like I said, with the price for him, it is a bit much. I believe it might be 60 or 70-ish million that Everton are looking for us to pay. And I personally don't want that. I think he's a solid player. I've seen, definitely watch a lot of Everton, not just against Man United, but against other oppositions throughout the season. And I think he's pretty solid for sure. Uh, Played yesterday for England against Bosnia, did his thing. So, a player that wouldn't be a bad option to get. I just feel like for the right price, I'll be okay with it. But is it too much? If it gets too much, then I have to personally say no. Pick up the Bart says, I'm really excited for the show. Come on, pick up Bart. Bart says, according to Sam of United People TV, United have been linked to 67 players so far. The window hasn't even opened yet. Yeah, the window will be opening next, so not this week, but next Thursday next Friday actually on the 14th. So that's basically the day when the Euro starts and also the day before the wedding of my best friend. So it's going to be a busy weekend for sure. Yes, we are proper linked FC. We are. Big up Tommy. Been a while. Hope you're doing well. Um, yes, big up, big up, big up. We have also been linked with, I believe for the last a bit more week or more, Yoro, the Lille defender, 18-year-old French defender, right-footed center back. Been definitely taking the league by storm. I'm not gonna lie. I literally never heard about this guy before until like a week and a half ago. Until I started hearing like his name being linked with Man United and stuff. Other than that, I did not know about him, but I heard. I'm not gonna sit there and say I haven't seen any game of him, but I've been hearing some great things. I don't like the whole comparing, former players or I mean new players to former players or current players, older players. I don't like doing that. But there are talks that people are saying like, okay, he might be the next Varane. I think guys, let him make a name for himself because his name by itself is dope. Yoro, that sounds like an epic name, in my opinion. So we have to wait and see. So obviously there are, of course, Todibo as well from Nice. Um, you know, Sergio Ratcliffe do own Nice, so we have been linked with him even since last year. So could we potentially? I personally have seen a bit more of him. I would want him, but we have to wait and see. But we should be getting, personally, we should be getting two center backs. So a right-footed center back and a left-footed center back for sure is what we need to get. But Ignacio seems to be that stuff is happening in the background, but we have to, of course, wait and see. Big up Real Savage, aka Lord Vegas. Brother, it's been a while, says Sofia. Good evening from West Africa, Ghana. Pew, 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 pew. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Big up to you. Tommy says Ineos turning out to be Glazers 2.0. What's this with Ten Hag? You tell me. Make your mind up, either Tenag in or out. Time's running exactly. The thing is, though, it just feels a bit discouraging trying to kind of plan for next season, plan for the summer window when we haven't made sure whether or not he stays. If he stays, hey, I don't agree with it, but I have to just be like, okay, we move on. You know, if he goes, even better. That would be incredible. And if it, I mean, I wanted the Gaussman, but he's not coming anywhere, so I just need to let that go. That ship has sailed. Um, Maybe the next best thing would probably be a Deserby. The only thing with the Deserby, I think he's a wonderful coach. I just feel like he's a bit too stubborn with some of his um, principles in terms of he doesn't always want to be able to adjust, and I don't want to sit there and have several games where we end up getting slapped up 4 or 5 nil. But you gave it a go. You tried to play out from the back. I couldn't give a flying crap with playing out from the back if we're not able to fully defend as well. You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel. Um, but I'll have him. He can be the guy before the guy. Like, hey, as long as it's not a Southgate, I don't even want Tuchel to be fair. I definitely don't want Pochettino as well. Then I'll be okay. I'll be okay. I guess. I guess I'll be okay. Wolf says, of course you would have said that, but Wolves were in trouble. The Chinese owners, okay. Do. Yeah, you talk about something else. Okay. Also have been linked with the left back. I mean, obviously, Luke Shaw, the injury's been a madness. Malasia haven't played a single minute this season. So left back is something that we have to look at for sure. Right? We've been linked with or interested in Bournemouth left back Milos Kerkez. Um, I've seen a little bit about, of him, of course, when we played Bournemouth, but also Bournemouth playing other teams. And he's solid. He's height. He's height. Personally, though, I would want more of a Ait Nori for Wolverhampton. Sorry, Wolves FI, but I might need to steal your mans. I might need to holler at your mans and steal him because I kind of want to say hello. You know what I'm saying? I kind of want to say hello to your mans. So we have to wait and see. But I definitely would love to get an Ait Nori. Yes, more of a wingback, but brother, that pace. Also pretty solid defensively. Bring me Ait Nuri. Ait Nuri. Bring me him right now. Okay? Bring me him right now. Sofia, given the scale of the rebuild needed, do you think United should look to buy potential, not the finished article, or do the latter but not finish the rebuild in one season? I think both. I think both. I don't think you can just buy like youngsters because obviously look at Chelsea. That ain't working out. You have to also buy some players that are in like their prime years, but don't buy players that are kind of too old, you know, or getting into that stage of being a bit too old. I think we should be past that. And also, I do feel like I want to be able to buy players that we make into superstars. Players that you see from other leagues. Okay, yes, there's traction. There's a lot of potential, but that guy's going to be even better coming here. That's what I want us to get back to because that's what we used to do back in the day. We just kind of left that the past 10 years, which is, of course, unfortunate. But yeah, do you think there's value to be had by signing Premier League proven players, or are they simply too expensive? I mean, that is, I think you could like, for instance, we were linked with a Tossin, Adebaroyo. I'm horrible with name. Tossin, the Fulham defender, now is going on a free to Chelsea. Okay, 26 years old, Premier League proven, but on a free. There are options there. You just have to be smart with it. There are opportunities out there that you can get maybe Premier League proven players, but you just have to be a bit more in it. You know what I'm saying? Sofia, spot on. Right price and Wolves owners selling anyone and everyone. That's what I'm saying. Bring him to me. We also, of course, should be getting a right back. I mean, Wan-Bissaka most likely will be leaving the season. So we do need cover for Dallo. I would love to get a Dumfries. I know when I've said the name Dumfries, people look at me sideways. I've been saying a Frimpong, but we're probably not gonna but that won't be happening. I'm saying it. Let's do a swap deal. Dumfries for Aaron Bissaka. People be saying he's a bum. Y'all don't watch him. I like Dumfries. I like him. I like him. Pointed. Let's do a swap deal. If not, maybe I think because the right back option is a bit like fullback option in general is a bit ugh. But we probably should maybe more of a priority should be a left back compared to a right back, to be fair, just because it's like I'm even thinking let's move Luke Shaw to play just as a left center back. I don't even want to see Luke Shaw up and down the pitch as a left back. I don't think that should happen no more. So if he's staying, which obviously he is, have him play as a left center back. Left with a center back. Done. Because we see he can do it. Doesn't have to be that much running. Less toll on his legs. Just a thought. Defensive midfielder should be a must buy this summer. 100% a striker. And we will talk about it. That's actually a great talking point. So, his different book is good for a back fight. Hey, if we end up doing that. But yeah. So a DM slash we need to get two midfielders. The thing is though, they're happy, and I will be talking more about that in depth tomorrow when it comes to just transfer news in general, not just Man United, but other teams in general. So we'll talk about Bruno news, Sheshko, Eze, other players will add once we get there. But yeah, Bruno links potential reports saying that he might leave. His um agent is basically having him twerk all the way all around town, literally to make maybe a move away from Man United. But I feel like this might just be a ploy for him to get the new contract, bigger contract, to earn more or very close to the same as the Rashford, some of the biggest earners, Casemiro, Sancho. I think that's what it kind of an amount, what it lays more into. But there have been reports that Bayern is interested. The Saudi pro clubs leagues are interested. So Barcelona, I believe, is interested as well. So I don't know if he wants to go. I'm not gonna sit here and beg for him to stay. But I almost feel like I've done a 180 where for the most part of the season, I want him to go. And if you watch my stream last week where I talked about where I did like a keep keep loan sell video, then I did actually put Bruno in the keep pile because I feel like maybe in a different coaching system, also having some other players around him as well, we could get back that Bruno that we initially saw under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, because we are seeing a little bit of those glimpses back the last few weeks, close to a month or two now, where he has been showing up, and especially the FA Cup final, he was incredible. So we have to wait and see. But I say this, and also Casemiro, let's be honest, he definitely is going. If there's anybody that's going, other than the players that we already know, we know that Varane has been going, that he gone, Martial, he gone. Other than that, Casemiro, he gonna be leaving. When you don't be playing in the FA Cup final, you're not in on the bench. And there's rumors that you might have decided to not sit your bum on the bench because you were dropped on the bench. Then you might need to go. You probably will be going. Saudi are interested. So that means that we need to get center backs. Not center backs, what am I saying? We need to get some midfielders. We have to get two. Okay? And there has been reports coming out that we actually got a opening bid reject. Yo, I cannot speak. Rejected for João Neves. Uh, so basically 51 million pounds, approximately 60 million euros, um, for this midfielder who plays for Benfica. Um, United are eager to bring in a new defensive midfielder this summer, obviously, due to the fact that Casemiro's future is looking very uncertain. He's 19 years old. I'm not gonna sit there and say that I watch a lot of him. Nope, because I haven't. Very little. But it looks to be that has emerged as a top um, target for that position, the DM position. Um, and they've now tested the water with an opening bid, which has been reported to be rejected by Benfica. But Neves has a release clause of 105 million pounds. Jesus Christ, by the way, written into his contract. The same figure Chelsea were forced to pay up when they signed Enzo Fernandez from the Portuguese Giants 18 months ago. Yeah, I hell no if we're gonna be paying 100. Hell no. Okay. Should Neves though leave, Benfica president Rui Costa wants a fee as close to that release clause as possible. But the reports suggest negotiations could start at 85 million. I don't want to pay that much for somebody that's not Premier League proven. We've seen how much Enzo Fernandez has struggled. Yes, of course, for a Chelsea team that's been very unstable, but still struggled. You see how Cole Palmer just instantly got, wow, carried that team on his back. And Enzo Fernandez, there's so many excuses for him constantly from a lot of Chelsea fans. So for me, I do not want us to mess up. Do not pay 85 million. No, definitely not that release clause of 105 million. Forget about it. There's other options out there. Personally, I would not mind to get an Unana from Everton. Amadou Unana alongside a Cubby Mano. I think it will cook. I generally believe it cook. For the right price, hey, 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 hey. But we have to make sure that we do not mess up because I feel like that price tag going for we already know how much that price tag be following along with an Anthony. Yes, he hasn't proved himself. He hasn't been good either way, but that adds even more with Lynn. Come on, the striker. And I feel like he's had a pretty decent first debut season. We also obviously have to level up, of course, and develop and do better. But I just feel like, dang, you know, when it comes to other midfielders, maybe more of a CM, you have a Rabiot that we have been linked with prior last year as well. Okay, still being linked with him. So Man United seems to be keen on signing the Juventus midfielder. He's 29 years old, has been involved in 8 GA for Juventus this season. Um, actually had a very good World Cup. He is pretty solid. I think initially when we first got linked with him, like a year or a half ago, I was like, hell no. But then I think maybe in the January window, I was like, you know what? Maybe. If the thing is though, let's say if you have a Rabiot, but if you have, I can't have Rabiot be the only midfielder that comes in. No, 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 no. I personally wouldn't mind, let's say, ending up paying, keeping Amrabat permanently. I wouldn't mind that. Let's say you do get, I definitely, and get an Onana for the right price, and then you get a Rabiot. I actually wouldn't mind that at all. I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't mind that at one bit. I will not have an issue with that. Um, but the thing is, though, it also depends on, like, let's say, because if Bruno leaves, you don't really have any other player up top as that creative midfielder. You don't really. Eriksen has been the guy, but he's probably going to be leaving. Let's be honest. Um, yeah, and he has kind of been a bit off. And also with Mount, I don't really. I hope he can turn it around. I want to believe he can turn it around, but He's nowhere near Bruno's creativity. Nowhere near. Because I don't even think they're the same, by the way. Big up to Zane and Dark Crow plus Ravi. Yes, get the likes up. And indeed subscribe if you haven't already, of course. Do indeed subscribe and like the video. Ay, 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 ay. And do, of course, also feel free to join the SFT membership. Link is in the description box. Okay. Another Portugal are playing now. Let me double check. Oh, it's 1-0. Ruben Diaz scored actually. I'm just gonna double check. Is Ignacio is actually not playing. Wait, is he on the bench then? Oh, Dallo is on the bench. Come on, Dallo. Big up Dallo. Chelsea looking at Olise. Yep. Sofia, who do you think is the bigger letdown, Mount or Anthony? Ooh. The thing is, for me, I already knew that Mount wasn't gonna, pull up trees. I think with Anthony, I had a bit more higher hopes because he kind of looked like, ooh, maybe, maybe. So I think Anthony was more of a letdown for me, personally speaking. Personally. Yeah. Bruno is 29 and has played a lot of football. I feel that his legs would go at some point. Yep, maybe 18 months from now, unless, of course, United give him the rest from time to time. Exactly. That's what we need to. If we do keep Bruno, you have to make sure that you have options as well. Because you can't keep, yes, he's our captain. You can't keep playing him every single game. We're going to be playing Europa League as well. Like, I want to try to win. I want to win it. I want to win the FA Cup again. Just because we finished 8th doesn't mean I'm not going to try to. Brother, we finished 8th and we still won the FA Cup. I want to win. I want to win again. With 2 seasons back to back with 1 trophies. I want to win again. Let me win 2. Bring me Europa League and FA Cup. You know what? F it. Bring me Carabao Cup as well. I don't care. Let's be honest. We're not winning the Premier League. But I'm saying some of these other trophies, they are for grabs. They're up for grabs. So all I'm saying is, let me win. That's all I'm saying. Let me win. Are United still looking at Brentwood? Yep, they are. So this one though, big up to Triple M. Good evening. Hope you're doing well. Good evening. This one though, Olise. Like saying says, Olise is a baller, but I think Eze is slightly better. But that's personal preference. I hear it. Personally, I think both of them are incredible. I really do. I mean, Eze can also play as a 10, but I want to bring both. If we can bring both, I would bring both. But we've been more linked with the Olise. So Michael Olise, the Frenchman. I mean, he's French. He's like Nigerian. Oh, is he French? No, it is. So French, Algerian, Nigerian. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot there. A lot of mix. But we decided to pick France, even though he didn't get picked to play for the Euros, but I believe he might be going to the Olympics. Darko says, Sofia, no trophy bigger than the Premier League. And of course, but let's be honest. Do you think we've become this team by not also focusing on the other trophies? I don't want to just win the Premier League and UCL. I want to win everything. We won. We can't sit here and, we've talked about winning a treble, but then we discredit the other one, which is the FA Cup. Of course, no trophies. Nobody's saying those other trophies are bigger than the Premier League and the UCL. That's not what I'm saying. But I also want to win more. I want us to overtake Liverpool in terms of trophies won. I want to win everything. I want to keep winning. So that means picking up everything that is available and those trophies that are up for grabs for us realistically. Europa League, FA Cup still up for grabs, and Carabao Cup. Go win all of them. Realistically, I think Europa League and potentially FA Cup. Those 2, I think, can happen. That's what I'm saying. As I play for a company that's about 40 minutes away from my area. Oh, I think I heard about it, actually. Yeah. But let's talk about Michael Olise, the final one. Right winger, heavily linked, but Chelsea are in the race as well, which they better not get him because that's gonna annoy the crap out of me if they get him. That really will annoy me. I ain't gonna lie. So we better make sure that we get him. Okay. So um, it looks to be straight race now between Manchester United and Chelsea for the signing of Michael Olise, the right winger from Crystal Palace. Olise's heart says United, but his head will look at contract, package, long term, who's like to get Champions League, trophies, system, and playtime. He also has history with Chelsea, reported by Ben Jacobs, right? The MUFC MPB YouTube, um, or on their YouTube channel. Um, so yeah, we have to wait and see. We have to wait and see. I really want us to get Olise 100%. I think he's an incredible player, and I want us to get him. You know, that's all. A big up to DJ Suppa Fly Guy. Big up to you. Says hi, Sofia. I'm not stopping. Just dropping a like, but catch up in future streams. Big up to you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Big up to you. Yes, yes, yes. Keep getting the likes up, everybody. Big up. I appreciate it, mate. Thank you. Even if y'all just stopping by, stop by, say hi, and drop a like, because it helps the channel to grow. The more likes we get, the more we're able to push the video out there for more people to see. It's just, guys, it's just math. Literally, it's just proper math. That's what it is. Lisa needs to go where it will suit his football and get his first football. Exactly. The thing is also, let's be honest, that right wing spot for us, that ain't fully solved yet. That ain't fully wrapped up, to be fair. I think Chelsea, it just gets a bit, brother. We're trying to have a new project. I don't know. Hopefully, this can work out, but we're in a new project, new rebuild. You already see us actually winning trophies as well. We won back to back trophies. So, technically, you can be a part of us making Man United great again. You can you can be a part of that for us to win even more trophies. Why go to Chelsea? That project might, I'm not even going to say project because technically what they're doing is, I don't know what they're doing. When they got the new manager now who says, okay, we're going to, I'm going to try everything to win the Prem next season. I'm like, brother, y'all are, all I'm saying is do not be shocked when we hear sometime during next season that they've sacked another manager. Because mark my words, that might happen. Yes, this guy got 5 years now, but hey, if they back to 10th, 11, it ain't gonna be roses and peaches over there at Stamford Bridge. No bueno, it won't be. So for me, Olise is a must. So to repeat, but before we do, pick up the triple M. Says Olise is a top player, but if Chelsea are in for him, I think they will just throw money at him and get him. That could be the case, but we can also, the thing is, I don't want to just throw money at a person as well, because we've done that as well. I want us to be able to have like the project, make sure like, okay, on the right wing, you'll be more and more of a staple. And yes, there's definitely issues with injury, but I'm thinking if you have an Ahmad there as well, I also just realized Ahmad technically, we could try to play him more as a 10 as well, though. We could try to integrate him a bit more. Have him play on the right wing, whenever Olise needs to rest or something like that. But also try to play him in the. I don't know, because Ahmad, I do want him to get a proper chance, but he might leave as well. You never know. If Ten Hag stays, he's definitely going. 100% he's going. But if Ten Hag is leaving, and the new manager is like, you know what, I want you to be a part of. I don't know. But to repeat, to kind of summarize again, so what we need to get 2 center backs. I think 2 midfielders. We need to get a left back. We need to get a right winger. And we need to get a striker as well. We might probably just get one midfielder. And maybe we get one on free. I don't know. So you might, okay, why might do this? So It might just be 6 signings. I personally, like when I counted, I was like, we need 8 players, but I don't think we're gonna be signing 8 players unless we get. What we need to do is get a proper clear out, though. I think that's number one. Get a proper clear out, clear the deadwood out, and then we move. I know, like I said, we do need a striker. I completely forgot it for a second, but we do need a striker. Oh yeah, Olise is homegrown as well, born in London, exactly. So that 100% is a big option. But Toney, Ivan Toney. There hasn't really been that many links in terms of Toney, or I should say reports, where a lot of, I feel like before he got the whole ban, and even when before he came back, he was sought after by a lot of clubs. But now I feel like he's gotten a bit shush, a bit hush hush. I mean, he came back, he kind of did a little bit well at the beginning, but then he hasn't been pulling up trees for several months after he came back. Had a bit of a goal drought, to be fair. So it is a player that maybe we could get. I mean, the age is right. He's 26 years old. So in his prime years, a striker that Höjlund, that is, a few years older than Höjlund, for sure, several years older, actually, to be fair, 5 years, that he can learn off of. So therefore, I would really want to get an Ivan Toney. But we have to get a striker. I don't want it to be a Benjamin Šeško. Have him go to, what should I say, Arsenal, Chelsea, and them men. But I personally don't want him. Not to say that he's a bad player, because that's not the case. I just think we don't need to have 2 really young strikers and not Premier League proven. At least have one that's Premier League proven that can help Højlund offload a bit of that pressure from Højlund. And I think he'll be ready. Toney 100% will be ready to do just that. And that is somebody that we are linked with. Prior, his price was very much, way much more. I think it was 80, maybe even 100 before. But he has 1 year left of his contract, if I'm not mistaken. Now the price has kind of dropped to 50. I don't know if there's something else going on. Obviously, it's been, he sat through his sentence with the whole, he's done his time for the betting, the gambling. He's we're past that now. But it almost feels like, since there's not a lot of talks from other clubs being interested, that is there something else going on behind the scenes? I don't know. Triple M says, I would have taken Šeško before Højlund, but not now. Exactly. Then I would have probably said, like, hey, maybe, but that was more of like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. That's when I was, or 2 years ago, to be fair. That's when I was more like, oh, we should probably. I'm interested in getting a Šeško, but now, not now at this point at all. I think that ship has sailed, and we need to personally move on. Respectfully, I think we should move on. Yeah, there hasn't really been that many talks. What should I say, to Ivan Toney? But I just know that that he is a priority. Whether or not we get him is a story for another day, of course. We have to wait. Yeah, but the price looks to be that it dropped significantly. Maybe in 50, maybe in 40, but I'm saying if we can get him, get him. Literally, that is actually where I'm at. How much should United pay for Olise? I believe Olise does have like a release clause, about 50, 60. So we have to wait and see. But I'm thinking bring him. So like I said, 2 center backs, 2 midfielders. We need a left back, a right winger, and a striker. So 7 players. I don't know if we're gonna do all of that. But like I said, the thing is, though, if you let go of a Casemiro, you get some money of that. We also have a lot of other players that we can sell, of course. Some academy players that we can get pure profit off of. Scott McTominay, Voldemort, you know, the likes of that. I believe also Mario Forsen is a player that we potentially are selling. Not for much, but he doesn't want to renew his contract. His contract is running out, so looks to be that he's going to be leaving. So there are a couple of players that are leaving. Therefore, I'm thinking cash in, cash in. But yeah, this is it for the Man United transfer news. Transfer, basically, the transfer targets. We will be tomorrow back with another transfer show. Most likely tomorrow. Did I post it for tomorrow? Is the day after that? Pretty sure it's tomorrow. Let me double check what I put into my schedule here. Let me double check. Could be wrong. But I was thinking doing. Yep, it's gonna be tomorrow. Yep, tomorrow I'll be back with full-on transfer news for every club, not just Man United, but other teams as well. We'll talk probably more in depth with about Bruno, SA to Spurs, Sheshko to Arsenal, and any other transfer news that might be occurring later today or tomorrow. We will talk about it tomorrow night, same time, 30 minutes later, actually, because I want to be watching Norway's friendly game. Yeah, Triple M says, I didn't know you had a channel till recently, hoping to catch more of your streams soon. Thank you, Triple M. Thank you. Yeah, I do have a channel. YouTube is, not really kind with pushing my content out there, but we're not giving up. We're gonna continue. But yeah, we make content every week. Not every day, but multiple times a week for sure. So, like I said, I'll be back tomorrow. It's not just going to be Man related. We will be also starting to do some Euro content as well. Having Euro 2024 preview coming on Friday. And of course, reacting to kits as well, because I love doing that. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon tomorrow. If you're watching this on a replay, make sure that you comment your thoughts below. Like the video, everybody. Subscribe as well. And join the SFT membership. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out. Sofia out. Bye-bye.